I was just thinking of what a really the a great use of AI of what is it, deep learning. Figure out what the ants are doing. Set up a video camera and have it aimed at the sidewalk to see what the ants are doing, and have the AI track all the ants and see if the AI can figure out what the ants are saying to each other. Then set up AI to try to figure out what dogs are saying. You know, I mean, all these people that are into evolution, why are they not uh, assigning AI to try to figure out what animals are saying? I mean, we got plenty of data on that. But we don't know what's true and false. Is anybody doing AI research in areas that don't make any monetary sense? Because it seems like they only do research for anything that is monetary driven. That means that you don't find, you're not looking for, I mean, if you're a Christian and you were using AI, wouldn't you use AI to try to figure out things that of nature and try to figure out, you know, what the ants are saying or what the dogs are saying and the cats how they're thinking, wouldn't you be like trying to figure that stuff out? You think you're going to get that with a brain link? I don't think so. You're going to get that from really looking at them, and whose cat is it going to be or whose dog is it going to be that you're going to do A on, and couldn't you use this to come to some recognition of what the cat wants or what the dog wants at any particular time? Could you, you know, do something like that? I mean, I look at anything you look at in wonderment, I think somebody's going to throw AI at it, and then they're going to get some answer from the AI. It probably won't be correct, but even that would produce a certain amount of wonderment. It would be a kind of an entertainment to see what the AI thinks. And that would be kind of interesting just to see what the AI would think of such things that we don't even understand. Because it's supposedly, if AI is going to figure this stuff out, it should be able to figure out the small things that we don't even know about and make sense of them. And then be able to point out to us, see there, see this one? That one's doing this one's doing that, you know, and do all that research so there are people that are doing research on ants and things are not having to figure out what the ants are doing, or the way that they do things or what they're thinking at any particular time. Or they could create a comic AI that's trying to come up with comedy based upon the ants, and so it's generating comedy like little uh, cartoon bubbles among the ants as they're doing things. When they stop, then it knows something about the history of that ant and what it did, and so from that it's able to derive a kind of a story, and then it comes up with some cartoon bubbles that kind of give you some idea of what they've just gone through and what they're probably thinking as a result of them and the ants around them and their stories and what they were able to glean from them. And as they come closer to those ants, they get a little more of their story, supposing that those ants are communicating their story of what's just happened to them to that ant. You never know. As much data as we can stick in a little memory card, those ants become more significant, don't they?